anywhere, because if you do, we could be in trouble.
No worries about it then. If you don't want to talk about it, don't worry.
No, I mean, Gary, I talk to Gary every other day, and Gary's an ego guy. And how do I say that? I'm choosing my words carefully. Give me a minute. Gary did not want to feel like Lane was controlling this process, but that we were. And that was not the case. We were not controlling the process. Lane was.
That sounds like Gary to me. That's kind of what you guys already kind of said earlier, that you were saying you think this was a Gary's, like, kind of a strong arm Gary move where he got fed up with not having all the power.
So
Yeah.
I think Gary told Scott Stricklin that we either need to have a commitment from Lane prior to the kickoff of the Egg Bowl, or we're moving on. And we did not do that, which correlates with the timing by which Gary posted that he's not our coach anymore.
This is a little off topic, but I was just getting this question from someone else. When did you guys as a collective decide that Billy was going to be out this year? I mean, I know that a lot of boosters were out on him last year, but it seems like for some reason we doubled down.
At the time of the South Florida loss, Wheels got in motion to get rid of Billy. And I posted, I don't know if you guys noticed this, I posted on, I don't know if it was 0-3 or if it was on First and 10, that said, all of you who think we're going to blow out South Florida are wrong. We're going to struggle in this game, because I saw what was going on during the summer in practice, and we were not a better football team.
Okay. Then to pivot again away from that, do you know anything to the reference as to, I mean, I don't know if you can speak on it or not since it's still in motion, but Gary was talking about hiring of coordinators and that being in a good position. I mean, do you feel confident about that too, or no?
I feel confident about the defensive side, not necessarily the offensive side. So the next coach is going to be Sumrall, okay? It's going to happen. It's going to be announced tomorrow, or it's going to be announced Sunday. That's our new coach. You can just book that down, write it in stone. It's going to happen. The defensive
How can we pull
coordinator
a Tennessee? What do we got to do?
The defensive coordinator for Sumrall is going to be an existing coordinator, from what I've been told, from an existing SEC school, and I think it's going to be LSU's defensive coordinator,
Blake Baker.
BB.
I agree with that.
Okay,
That doesn't
but
make
I don't.
that doesn't make me feel any better because Summerall's offense is the worst, and he's in an awful conference.
So on the offensive side, I hear there's two candidates in play. I'm not going to tell you guys who they are, but both of them are explosive offensive coordinators, because the conditions. Let me go back, and let's take a step back. The reason we hired Sumrall, and it's already been done, dude. He's our guys. Just trust me, he's our coach. The reason we hired Sumrall was because if we waited another 48 hours for Lane, and Lane wanted more time because he was spooked by what Gary posted about NIL and other stuff. The reason we jumped the gun is because Auburn was about to land him, Sumrall. Auburn wanted him badly. And we did not want to look. Clark Leah came off the board. Drink, who I would have killed myself if Drink was a guy. He left. And all of a sudden now it is who's left. And I didn't want Fish. And I think Sumrall was the guy. Of all the bad choices, he was the guy. And Auburn was really, really close to landing him. So we had to make the trigger because we thought we were no longer in a position where we were necessarily going to get Lane Kiffin. I think that was a mistake. But that's what happened.
But the question I have is you look at that. What's the difference between Summerall and Billy? It's the same candidate. It's the exact same
No,
candidate.
I disagree.
They're both from Louisiana.
No.
They're both G5.
I think Sumrall's a much better coach, and I think the difference between the two is Sumrall has been told that you need to have elite coordinators, and if you don't, you're not going to do well here. And he's already willing to do that. Billy was unwilling to do that.
Mm-hmm.
So is Lane for sure LSU now, or is he going? Or is he thinking about staying at Ole Miss too?
Oh,
Like,
if I had to bet today, and I could be, look, I've been wrong before. If I would bet today, I would say he's staying at Ole Miss. I don't think he's going to go to LSU.
All right, I got you.
But I
Do you
could be
think
wrong. I
Would
could be
if we
wrong.
didn't, but if we didn't wait until Sunday to pull out of the lane like debate, would Sumrall still consider us as a candidate or no?
No, Auburn was pressuring Sumrall to make a decision tomorrow. Look, look, guys, look. How many people are on this site, Noah?
Probably like 70.
70. What's the biggest deadline in front of us all right now? Robbie, the biggest deadline in front of all of us now. What's the biggest deadline?
Signing day, guys.
Robbie,
Signing
what's the
day.
biggest deadline? Signing day. Auburn's not going to wait for that to happen. So we had to make the decision to either grab him or not grab him. So we decided that our chances of grabbing Lane within the timelines were shrinking, and therefore we're going to just take him off the list. So that's what we did. And we grabbed Sumrall. Do I think it's the right decision? I don't. I think we had a better than 50% chance of grabbing Lane had we waited. Let me tell you guys this. Lane's representatives sent a red line draft of a memorandum of understanding to us on Wednesday night. So we were in active negotiations with them. And I will tell you also this. When Gary made the post today that said, hey, we moved on from Lane, that was the first time the Lane camp heard that, which to me is ridiculous.
do we need to do anything about moving on from Garrett? Like, I get he's the most money we have, but is there anything we can do to move on from him and I don't know, try to fix this from happening again?
How do you come up with a deficit of $15 million a year?
Yeah, you can't. It just sucks it's happening.
That's the
It's like
problem.
some Auburn stuff.
Look, I got to be careful. If you guys post this, I'm gonna kill Robbie. I'm gonna tie him to the tree and beat his ass. But I will tell you this: Gary is unpredictable. He is overly dramatic, and sometimes he talks when he shouldn't talk.
Yeah.
Do you think DJ comes back next year?
I do.
Fuck. I mean, where's he going to go? You know, who's going to go? But he's going to go to Baylor? I mean, people say he's going to Miami.
Let him walk, please.
Defensive coordinator